We are here with Andrew Burke, who is the CEO of Bluberi, an emerging games company. And Andrew, the first question that I have to ask you is quite seriously. Why are you blueberry and not strawberry or raspberry?
Great question. Everyone always asks that. So the name was, it came about a long time ago, 15 plus years ago, and kind of around the time that the BlackBerry was really, really popular. But also, Quebec, where the company was founded, is a large exporter of blueberries. And so sort of voila, play on words, and here we are.
So in other words, had those guys been from New Jersey, it would be cranberry.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's right. Blueberry has a better ring. It's got like a, right off the tongue.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
Describe Bluberi for us for a lot of folks out there who might not be familiar with the company.
The business has been around for a really long time. It's 30 plus years sort of in the making, founded in a small town in Quebec. Primarily they started their business focused on Class II gaming. And so they were really on the forefront of Class II technology, Class II games, and primarily focused on technology and games. And in the early kind of years in the market, they just had technology, and actually AGS was their exclusive distributor in North America in kind of the early 2000s. And kind of fast forward today, they hired me about 3 years ago, sort of broader ambitions to be a larger manufacturer with Class II, Class III, maybe eventually other verticals. So I always say it's like a startup 30 years in the making, really, to get to this point.
Tell us a little bit give us a little overview of Bluberi for those folks who are not familiar. What kind of games you have?
Sure. So today we're primarily in tribal jurisdictions throughout the U.S. We have Class II products as well as Class III products. Every game that we do in Class II, Class III, and we're kind of going through a process now where we're going into new jurisdictions. So when I started at the company, we were probably in 50 of the 400 total jurisdictions in North America. Now we're in 100, kind of on our way to go to 400. But we're building kind of 10 to 12 games a year, focused on high quality, leveraging our kind of skills in art, animation, and technology, and kind of really becoming an emerging supplier.
Is there a personality to a Bluberi game or some sort of differentiator that somebody walking on a casino floor can say, that's a Bluberi game?
Yeah, I think there's a number of things that really set us apart. Our art and animation is top in the industry, in my opinion. And it was one of the things when I first came here, I always knew Bluberi for. They always had really rich animations, they were always on the forefront of, what's the latest technology to drive games and to drive animation and art. And we've now packaged that with really great math, and a really great process. And I still think when you look at our games, you just see a real richness to them. Beyond just even the presentation of like, oh wow, that's a really good piece of art or character that we've drawn, but the way the game interacts with the player and, all of those things, I think really that's what sets us above.
A good part of our audience are investors. Will there be a way for the public to invest in Bluberi someday?
I sure hope so. I think our primary focus is we are owned by a private equity firm out of Canada called Catalyst Capital. Our primary focus is to grow the business and to kind of generate as much value, sort of as we can for all of our shareholders and as well as our employees. And so, we have big ambitions. We don't want to be a small niche company. We want to be a big, dynamic player in the space. And that's sort of the mission that I've been charged with, and it's the mission that the team's really been executing on and undertaking. So I really hope so, is the answer.
When you say small today, big tomorrow, can you give us a sense of your scale today?
Sure. The way I think about scale and the easiest way for everyone to kind of sort of orient themselves is, the North American gaming market has 1 million machines in it. We have 3,000 total Bluberi machines in the market today. Our goal by the end of 2025 is to have 10,000 sort of games in the market. And so that would put us right around, call it, 1%, a little under 1% market share. And so, I think really where we want to be is a place where we're just kind of growing the footprint every day. So
we're at G2E.
Yep.
Where everyone wants to see the newest and best products. What are one or two of the absolute must-see products at your booth?
First game is Devil's Lock. It's our hit new title. Your partner Eilers had us at #1 new game last month, and so we're really excited about that. Really excited to show that off, sort of everyone that doesn't have the product. And then we have some other hit not hit titles yet, but games that are kind of derivatives of that game, where we've taken all the lessons from this product that's been really, really great and kind of evolved them. There's another title called Zing Fu 888 that we'd love for people to see and kind of see how we're kind of evolving our Devil's Lock game to the next concept.
Okay, great. Good summary, Andrew. Anything else you'd like folks to understand about Bluberi?
You know, we're a passionate group. We have a talented team of folks that are really committed to the business, and you know, we're really committed to growing this thing to the next level and really becoming, you know, sort of that best of breed of the emerging suppliers. And so I think if you come to our booth, you'll see that.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Frank.